Welcome back to 3 and Out. I'm Ryan Orlovsky alongside Brian Carter, and we're going to jump right into the email portion of our show. If you want to see your questions, comments, or suggestions aired, send us an email at 3andoutsports@gmail.com, and we'll try to fit you in.
Attaboy, well, that's what she said. Well, go ahead. First email, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. It's from Brian, spelled with a Y, not the same way I spell it. It says, Brian, you called Culpepper's bluff. Good job. That's just straight up. That is true. I did call that. He announced his retirement. The guy's only 31 years old, as we know. I knew that wasn't going to hold up because he's still young. He, used to be a pretty versatile quarterback. Yeah, he had some injury issues, but his biggest deal is he wanted a 2-year pact with somebody, and he wanted to start. And I did call it. I said around week 8 or 9, you're going to have a backup on some team that's covering for the starter. The backup's going to go down, and sure enough, they're going to be calling Culpepper, and he's going to come right out of retirement. And he did. Your boy Orlovsky, are you related to Orlovsky?
Third cousin, actually.
Are you serious?
Third cousin.
That's interesting. All right, so he's got the little injury thing going on. He wasn't playing so well in the absence of John Kitten, no offense. In the absence of John Kitten, who has a back injury, season-ending injury, and your boy Orlovsky steps in, and he can't get the job done. I believe they're 0-8 now. By the time you see this, they could be 0-10, 0-11, who knows? Point is, Culpepper's in there. I don't think they're going to be much better, but it does reunite the two University of Central Florida greats, Kevin Smith and Dante Culpepper, so that's pretty cool.
Well, it didn't really matter too much last Sunday as the Lions, of course, lost 38-14 to the Jaguars at Ford Field. He split time with Stanton, went 5 for 10 with 104 yards and an interception. So
there you go. Next email. Go ahead.
This one's from Aubrey. Who do you suppose are the top free agents in the MLB this season?
Take it.
Definitely Manny Ramirez. After what he did with the Dodgers, you got to give him the money. You got to show Manny the money. I think he should stay in LA.
Show me the money.
I think that's where Manny's got to play, in LA. It's his type of town, his type of people. And then you got Mark Teixeira from the Angels. The Angels already locked up Vlad, so it's going to be tough to say if Teixeira is going to stay there.
You missing somebody there?
You also got K-Rod.
You missing somebody there?
Whom I'm missing?
CC.
I got CC. Sabathia.
Yeah,
Randy Johnson.
There you go. How about A.J. Burnett? Opts out of his contract with the Blue Jays. Potential any team looking out there to get some good pitching, it's low risk. Go ahead and pick them up. The Yankees look for them to make a move. We've already seen a couple moves beyond free agency, like Holiday. He went to the Oakland A's. And then obviously, they're shopping around for Jake Peavy, possibly going to the Braves, and maybe even the Cubbies. Whatever.
He also got Trevor Hoffman at the end of his career with Randy Johnson as well, so it'll be interesting to see who goes after those guys.
Cardinals need a closer. Next email is from Dylan. Chad Johnson has sucked ever since he wanted to get his name changed. That's all he has to say in the email. I have to say I agree he has, but I don't really think that plays much into everything. He went into the season with an injury. Injuries are big this year in every sport, and he's had some problems with Carson Palmer, his quarterback. I was a little disappointed with Ocho Cinco when he went to Dallas and he had said that he was going to catch a touchdown and kiss the star. First time I've never seen him actually back up what he was going to do. A little disappointed, but he's not going to wear the jersey this year, although we have one here on 3 and Out, not on this show, but we have an Ocho Cinco jersey before he even got one.
Bottom line, though, the Bengals are 1-8. Chad Johnson, 4 touchdowns this year. He's just not putting up the numbers.
He's not, but you know what, real quick? His teammates like these antics because not only is it fun to watch, but it takes the spotlight off of them. If you have struggling players on the team, their crappy play is being overshadowed by his antics that he constantly puts out there. Next email.
This one's from Jacoby. What's this I hear about the NHL goalie who shot himself? Wasn't he the same one who had his neck sliced open? This guy's flirting with disaster. Former Sabres goaltender Clint Marlchuk is actually his name. Yeah. He got into an accident with a .22 caliber rifle, and then he refused to get medical attention. So I don't really know what's going through this guy's head.
9 lives, it ain't over. He must be loving life at this point, I gotta say.
One of your boys from St. Louis was actually the one that slit his throat with the skate back in '89. So.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know that. All right, next email is from Daniel. It says, with Tyler Hansbrough out for a blank amount of time, how do you feel about UNC? Well, I got to say that, they also lost their boy Ginyard. He's out, so they lost two of their top 3 frontline players right there. And, the ACC basketball is usually one of the more talented ones out there. So it's going to be tough for UNC to shine. But even with, their preseason #1, that's great and everything. But even
unanimous
with
#1.
Yeah, but even with Ginyard in there and Hansbrough in that lineup, they still got crushed by Kansas in the semifinals last year in the NCAA tournament. So they're not invincible. They're not immortal. So, I mean, they're going to be fine. They're going to stick in with the competition. But I don't know. It's just up in the air.
It's just a stress reaction in Hansborough's right shin, so he should be back in a couple weeks. So we'll see what happens.
Next email.
This one's from Melissa. Okay, what's up with Michigan? Right now they're standing at 3-7, and Rich Rodriguez is saying, "Why did I leave WVU?"
Why did he? This is their first losing season in 41 years, I believe. Yeah, since 1967. Their 48-42 loss to Purdue, who was 2-6. I mean, you got to be kidding me. First of all, Michigan is bringing back 8 starters on defense this year. They allowed 522 yards against Purdue. 2-6 Purdue. And again, you bring up Rich Rodriguez. That's not doing much to look toward the legacy of Lloyd Carr and Bo Schembechler. It's not looking good. It's his first year, so I can't blame it on him. It could have been the recruiting of Lloyd Carr before him, but it's just not looking good. Their starter, Ryan Mallett, transferred to Arkansas after Rich Rodriguez decided to step in.
Some are beginning to wonder, is there a Mountaineer curse going on in Michigan with, of course, Rodriguez coming from WVU and also the loss to Appalachian State? Could be a curse in the making. We'll see.
Next email's from Joe. Hey, man, what's with T.O. and the T-shirt? I like that little rhyme thing going. What do you think? T.O. and the T-shirts?
Does rhyme.
Does rhyme.
But, I mean, there's T.O., another guy that's not really putting up the numbers like he has been in the past, like Chad Johnson. 6 touchdowns, so Ochocinco, I'm sorry. But bottom line is Dallas have dropped 3 of 4, but he is going to get Romo coming back, so we'll see if he steps up his play a little bit with Romo coming back.
Well, the shirts we're talking about, he supposedly puts them in the New York Giants locker room at their game. I love me some me is what it said. I think that was him just trying to get in their heads and have a little fun. So it's all good. I don't really want to get much into that topic. Last email for this segment is from Beth. It says, do you have any predictions for the upcoming college basketball season? You got any predictions?
I got Xavier, my boy Brian Walsh, Moon Area High School. He's a freshman. He's going to get some time coming off the bench. You'll see him draining that 3-pointer against Duke come middle of December.
I'm going to have to call my Arkansas Razorbacks. Going to have a hell of a year, and I think, Beth, you need to look out for February 14th, Valentine's Day. Get your heart broken. UK is going down to Arkansas. Just throwing that out there. Gutterball fact for the show. Wisconsin mom, 33, busted for using daughter's ID to join high school cheerleading squad. What do you think about that?
I think she's just trying to relive the glory days,
That's exactly what I was
reliving the glory days.
Exactly.
But, I haven't seen what this mom looks like yet, so, it could be a good thing.
Yeah, Rook, just close it up. Close shop.
Well, that's all we got to say about that, but stay tuned because 3 and Out is coming right back after this.
Yeah.